Ahoy there, everybody, and welcome to Trails in the Sky as we continue our tutorial here. We are playing as the young and plucky Estelle Bright and her adopted brother Joshua, who are currently going through the final exam slash lesson slash whatever to become bracers, which are general do-good adventurer people. We were here at the Orbital Factory. Oh gosh, ignore that for a second. I mean, if we can look at it real quickly if you want. Here's some charts for all the magic you can do. And we're gonna be getting to it by making some orbments to... God damn it. It's the menu's in a weird place in this game in default. It's under circle, which is also the cancel button, so... It's a choice, that's for sure. So orbment over here. It's that big mana slot thing to the left there. I called it materia, cause it's kinda got a very similar vibe to it as materia, but there's own quirks to it, like how it works in this game, which actually I like more than the materia system of Final Fantasy VII. It's a bit dated in hindsight. As cool as it was back in the day, that's something that I think is a little dated. Is the original materia system of Final Fantasy VII, but this isn't that game, so let's not talk about that any further, as I often want to do. Instead, let's go craft some orbs here. So, yeah. So, as a reminder, you may have noticed, Joshua can only make, or only equip, a time elemental orb into that beginning slot of his. So obviously this is the one we're going to be making for Joshua. A Action 1 thingy right here. As for Estelle, well, I cheated and looked a little bit at the magic, and you get healing magic from blue, but I kind of like wind as the element for Estelle. Kind of like that vibe, so I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do this. Estelle slot is everything goes, so a little bit of agility for Estelle never hurts anyway either. Alright. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your orbment so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. So, quartz can be installed in the orbment screen. The orbment screen can be utilized by selecting the orbment tab in the main menu. Let's go there. So here, oh, they stick us right there. So for Estelle, I don't actually have a recovery thingy. I have this. I hope that's okay. She didn't tell us to make a recovery orb, so... And for Joshua, we can only stick this right here, this Action 1 thingy. Which you can see, we already get a couple of orbital arts there. Now for both Estelle and Joshua, Estelle has Airstrike. Call in some air support. The freaking Warthog A10 flies in. Nah, probably not that. While Joshua gets Clock Up and Soul Blur. So, a speed increase or Time Shaking Pulse, faint 20%. I think that's a damage? Yeah, it's an attack spell with a 20% chance of just auto-killing an enemy, which is interesting. Alright, looks like we gotta make that green orb after all. The game's like, no, you gotta have a recovery one. So sorry, or blue one. Blue one has the healing to it, so there we go. Sorry, Estelle. We're gonna get that wind in there eventually. I guess it's good to have a, I guess it's good to have a, freaking, whatchamacallit, healing spell on us. So yeah, now we have Tear, which is in fact a recovery spell. Heals 200 HP, so, which at this point is like your entire health bar, so very good. And there's a water attack spell, so yeah, nice. Alright, it looks like you've both got recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now, I want you to use this sepith and open a slot on each of your orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Ooh, lots of elemental sepith. Alright, so let's go over here to modify and look at those slots. No quartzes for now. Ooh, yeah, we got a bunch, so let's see. How much does it cost to open this? Apparently it ate up... Right, okay, I see. The cost is over there. So it ate up 30 from everything. So... yeah. Oh, and all quartz are okay with Estelle. So hey, now we can put that wind there after all. So... well, we can right now, but maybe in a minute? Now, we don't have enough sepith to open up Joshua's thing, so Estelle, the good guy, gets it. Let me see if I can equip that. A good guy. They're both good guys. The main character gets it. So now we have Airstrike and Tier. That's pretty good. And also, I'll show this at this point real quickly. So you can see that... I believe that's not only just the required elements, but that's also like the element value of it, of the item, if I understand correctly. So let's see. Yeah, it says water elemental value 1 blue. Right. So let me just show this chart again. So yeah, so like if we ever make an HP 2, that'll have a value of 3 blue. And then you have certain ones. We have plenty here, as you can see, tons and tons of ones, which have all kinds of like costs and values, because the values are what affect what magic you have. So for example, Estelle here has Airstrike because we have that one value. If we were to get, say, Shield 2, which has a value of 3, and we equip that along with the evade one that Estelle has right now, then we would have a value of 4, which means the aerial would be unlocked for Estelle. So as you can see, this is a very interesting, very involved system. Like, I did get a little giddy the first time I played this game, and I was like, oh, wow, all this mix and matching. Although I will have to admit, I didn't get very far in coming up with interesting, like, mix and matches, but, like, we'll see what we come up with by the end of the game. Look at all this silly stuff here. White Gehenna seems to be the big killer. Look, it's got a chance of fainting and attack. What goodness. Or is it Shadow Spear? What's the difference between faint and KO? I don't know. Let's see. Let's say here. Oh, faint is miss a turn. Okay, that's something. That's useful too. Well, whereas KO is, you know, if HP 0 after a battle, no recovery is, you're just like down. Okay, so the lance spell, whatever, soul lance, whatever it was, soul blur, it has a 20% chance of making the enemy miss their turn. So that's something also useful. I see you've managed to open one of your orbment slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild. And humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean, like, now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Oh, goodness. By the pigtails. Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dirty like this. Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? And I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the only job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? Oh, what a relief. Oh, divine Idios, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tear balm and a monster guide. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright, down to sewers we go. Okay, so we have the monster book, I think. No, that wasn't. It was not square which opened the monster book. It is. I don't know what button it is. Maybe it's under options. I have no clue where the. I have no clue where the button for the monster book is. It's not like we have to go over here. Oh man, do we really have to? Okay. I was hoping there'd be just like a quick, quick button to it. Doesn't look that way. Trying to get to that Roland, bit there on the left. Maybe we can't yet. Oh well. We'll let it be. Anyway, let's go checking out the sewer. And find... Is there a jump? Yeah, there was a run button. I forgot already. Yeah. Try to find that, chest of ours, so, yeah. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging in any further battles. Orbment charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As a recovery point is approached, a exclamation mark will appear, and 2 choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all HP and EP will be restored. Sounds like a plan to me! Let's go. Check it out! Alright, so... Oh, actually, yeah. We got a boost to our EP after we leveled up Estelle's orbment, so like with that extra slot, so actually that helped top off our EP. Very good. Oh no, look at this thing, and you're gonna be, people who don't know this game are gonna be very confused by what this monster is called. I know I was when I fought this monster. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it! Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of the battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. So this uses the Chrono Trigger-y system, or, you know, Tails system, or a lot of other games where, like, the enemy is visible on the map, or Guardian's Crusade, if you want to go with a more obscure cut. I think I've said before, I'm not crazy personally about this. I'm kind of okay with just random encounters, just popping in. Because I find somehow, like, dealing with enemies that are visible on the map somehow more stressful than just getting pinged by random encounters. It's weird, I know, but that's just how I go. But we can live with it. It's not like I hate this system. Anyway, let's go and fight this. Oh, 2 of these guys. Also, listen to this jazzy combat music. It's so groovy. There's some really inspired music in this video game. I find it funny. So, the battle order bar indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. So, classic stuff here. So yeah, you can go and move around. Oh, you can pick attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates distance a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, a crossed off arrow icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out-of-range target will move the character as close to it as possible, but no attack will be performed. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, yeah, you can, like... So let's look at our move real quick. As far as I understand, this game has the system of you can move and make an attack after moving, so that's why you can select attack. Arts and crafts are off for now, so we're not going to worry about those. Instead, I'm just going to choose where to go. Now, let me see really quickly. Can I just, like, if I go here... Okay, that just loses our turn, so we really do have to select attack, because I was, like, trying to figure out, like, which side I can attack this guy from. Alright, let's go. And by the way, if you didn't notice, these enemies are called... Dirty Rats. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's the zone of, like, Estelle's areas, the attack areas, that big, like, Pac-Man shaped radar there. Right, now I'm starting to remember how it works. And this rat in the background is just barely outside of it. So yeah, this game has interesting ideas of animals, as you can tell, because apparently this weird horned kangaroo beetle monster is in fact a rat. I don't get it either. But so it goes. I'm just gonna use that to move in. Okay, this first enemy is being rather passive. I guess this tutorial enemy, these rats aren't putting too much pressure on us yet.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Oh yeah, this game has voice acting if you didn't know. Very selectively, just like some of these fight quotes. And I do believe the voice of Joshua, I got this wrong on the first time. I was like, it's Yuri Lowenthal. But it's super not Yuri Lowenthal. I do believe it is, and I'm gonna just quickly Google to make sure. because I'd look like a moron if I got this wrong. I don't know. I don't think people would care that much, but... Trails. Joshua. Voice actor. It is, in fact, Johnny Young Bosch. There we go. That's who I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say it out loud and get it wrong. Well, okay, you know what? I'll say this just to make up. I'm pretty sure Stephanie Shea is the voice of Estelle, who we haven't heard too much except just going, yeah! But, I believe, if I remember correctly, that's the voices. The other characters with voices in this game, I do not remember at all. I'm gonna have to look those up once we start bumping into them. But, yeah. Some good talent here, and pretty early in their careers too. Although, that's true. I'm not sure which year this came to the West, Trails in the Sky. It's like mid-2000s was when it was released in Japan, like 2004 maybe, but like I don't think it came to like the PSP a little bit later, so... Here comes some more! Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay! Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge stations and other items, like an EP charge. So no MP recovery, well, EP as they're called here, of course. So, yeah, we got this already. And EP is eaten up. All arts have an element, so determine the element most useful against your enemy and strike. Let's try airstrike. So also you can see its target is single over there. Wind single attack. So no AoEs with these yet. That's fine, that's fine. Looks like there's no elemental efficacy, excuse me. Doesn't seem to be anything for these moths, which at least these look like moths. So there you go. So I guess we'll just go with some airstrike. Oh, you can see now Estelle is now at the bottom of the track there. I'm gonna do a soul blur on this other guy, and Joshua will be positioned there as well, as you can see. He's quite fast, so he'll like outspeed Estelle because of those time items. Here we go. So I believe those moths only had 8 hit points, so this is a little overkill, but sure. Feels good. Yeah, these freaking victory animations are superb. I mean, most animations in this game are superb, but like, those really get me. A crisp onion? Ugh, I don't know if I want a moth-eaten onion. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that! So crafts have range limits but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. So this is like, yeah, a third thing to track. You can see it at the bottom there is CP. So they're character-specific skills which not only deal out damage but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP. CP is gradually gained by dealing out or receiving damage in battle. So that's cool. It's kind of like the morale system in like a Super Robot Wars. You know, because it's like building it up. Like, building up to like do big moves. So like, okay, then there's also S-Craft, which is something that will come up a little bit later, I'm sure. But yeah, then we just have like the basic things. I don't remember how you get more of these, I have to admit. My memory of this game from when I first played it is very foggy, so I don't remember. It's just leveling up that you get new tricks. But in any case, Estelle just has a big old support move to like boost your allies. Strength 30%.
Come on.
I do remember that being like, that's kind of, you know, that's kind of a boring thing, you know? Come on. Okay, whatever. So here's this, yes, dual strike is just a single attack, which probably does some good damage. Let's go. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think this is an elegant combat system, I feel like, in this game. You know, you got there's a good balance between using regular attacks and like using techniques. The fact that you have 2 different meters for like your spells, your arts, and then you have like the regenerating like meter, you know, from, you know, regenerates during combat for like crafts, kind of adds very nice like dimensions of like you mix up regular attacks to build up the meter and then pull off bigger moves. And then if you like really need like a big Hail Mary move, you like use your EP to pull off an art. So yeah, if you can't tell, it's kind of my jam what we're doing here. We found the chest! A reviving balm. Let's look at our items real quick. We got Tear Balm, that's healing. Reviving Balm, it's a Phoenix down. And we have Crisp Onion, Curative Horn, and the Juicy Bone. As you can see, these are ingredients. We're not really doing anything with them at the moment, but like, we might be able to do something with these. What the heck? With almost no acrid taste, it can be eaten like an apple. Who the hell eats onions like apples? You know what? I might give that a try one day when I'm buying onions. I'll just buy an extra one and be like, is this gonna work? But I bet I'm gonna regret my choice. Anyway, also, I know someone who's played Trails before is gonna freak out at this point. I know, let's go back here. The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. So, yeah, there's a little quote for this chest, I know. I think I missed this on my first playthrough. I had played several hours in before I thought to check for these. But this time, I got it. Another fork in the road. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Ooh, that's an ostentatious chest. That's probably the one we're looking for, not the one we just checked. Now, how the heck did you... I swear there's a button for getting... Oh, okay. That's something. The monster... I finally found the monster book. It's L2. Strange choice for open up a monster menu like this, but okay then. So this is nice. It tells you like what Sepith they drop, where you find them, some stuff about stats, I guess. I'm not sure what stat guard was. I don't remember what that means. Maybe we'll find out. But in any case... Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One below using an S-Craft or S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is, our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-Breaks are actions which allow S-Crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-Crafts, which are unleashed as S-Breaks, can be changed by going to Tactics and then Set S-Break within the main menu. Now, how are we going to do an S-Break with a controller? I just now realized. Because when you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, this button lights up when you're ready to go with an S-Break. So you click on it with the mouse. But how? What's going to be the button prompt for the controller, I wonder? Well, in any case, let's go. So that's an interesting, kind of like, are you willing to stockpile CP? If you can hit 100, you'll be able to pull off an S-Break, or an S-Craft, which is a limit break. Alright. These are actions which allow S-Crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge has reached 0. Reached 0? Huh? S-Crafts, which will be used as S-Breaks, can be changed by going to Tactics and then set S-Break within the main menu. Press the Break button to unleash an S-Break. An S-Break cannot be unleashed under the blah blah condition. Now, press the Break button and try unleashing an S-Break. If you are using a keyboard, you may use the 1 to 4 number keys or the arrow keys to select it before unleashing it. But what if I'm using a controller? Oh, I guess I just... It allowed me to just hit it that time. So yeah, now Estelle jumps into turn order. And... this rat dies.
Here I come.
It's pretty awesome. it gets the job done. It's good stuff. Alright. Now, how do I hit that? There we go. Although the enemy did get an attack off first, but at least I was able to hit it by pressing X, so that's something, although Josh would have gotten a turn anyway. Let's go with Sever! He's so speedy!
Alright, we're good to go.
Nice job! Ooh, look at the Sepith we got. That's right, so it's like a fixed amount of Sepith per enemy, I guess. So that's cool. That's good if you need to grind up some Sepith to make some certain items. Like, yeah, you can really figure out how to optimize that stuff. Alright, I think tutorial's over. I think this is just a proper fight. So, that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Sounds like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. So during battle there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easier to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Oh my god, I just remembered this mechanic. I had forgotten this. Well, never mind then, one more thing. So yeah, look at this slide here. So yes, there's just like bonuses on the track going on here. These icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. So heal HP, Sepith up, etc. indicate the effects of each icon. So Sepith up, I guess we get like extra Sepith if we can kill an enemy, which we're not going to be able to do unless I like Aqua Bleed one of these guys. But yeah, you can see now, so these are like randomly selected or semi-randomly, I think, these effects, so they can land on enemies, as you can see. So if we kill this moth right here, that'll at least change the order a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, but we can't kill this moth yet. Okay. Gosh, that's a lot of enemies. Oh boy. And your CP is nowhere close enough to go yet. If I cast a spell, I'm gonna be a little bit earlier, actually. That's interesting. Let's go into melee, I guess. So this guy gets an HP heal, but they're at full health, so it's actually fine. Ooh, we're getting some hits here, okay. Oh gosh, getting bullied here, actually pretty bad. Okay, whew, miss, got that evade gem going. Nice. Alright, so I guess, yeah, this is kind of the end of the tutorial, because we gotta, like, just rock these enemies. Didn't I attack one of these guys, or did I miss? Aww. Anyway, let's move away from that one enemy over there to the top, so. I swear we eventually get like a AoE attack for Estelle, but I guess that's off the cards for now. Take out some enemies that should change turn order, like so. Yeah, look at that. It's very cute. Yeah, let's do this, actually. We'll be able to... Ow. Able to kill this enemy off. There we go. I'm getting a little bit beat up here, so... Should I be using a healing spell? I don't know. I do believe their expression changes as your HP goes down. I think they were happier earlier when we got this fight going, but now they're a little less happy. Kind of a fun little detail. Looks like this battle isn't all fun and games after all. Alright, let's just move in, I guess. Yeah, Sepith up. Just get a quick heal, so... Yeah, look at that, now he's all happy again. Cool, so we are ready to go. Oh, I should have used Dual Strike. Okay, that's my mistake. Oh, this enemy isn't interesting. Yeah, I could have beaten this guy right away with Dual Strike. That's my bad. Forgot all about this right here. Oh well. Bit overkill, but might as well blow up this rat with that.